What if I told you the most explosive fight of the year didn't happen in a boxing ring, but in a hospital room, and the main event? Claressa Shields versus Remy Ma, with IVs, nurses, and screaming, "You stole him," as the soundtrack. Yes, you heard that right. In what might be the most unhinged moment in hip-hop history, leaked footage has surfaced showing Claressa Shields storming into Remy Ma's hospital room, dragging her by the wrist and accusing her on camera of stealing papoose. Oh, and did I mention Remy Ma was hooked to a heart monitor? So the question is, what pushed Claressa over the edge? What secret was Remy hiding, even on her hospital bed? And why did security stand there frozen as the brawl unfolded in front of patients, nurses, and a wide-eyed janitor who now has 200K followers on TikTok? This isn't just a scandal. This is pure chaos on camera, and now the footage is out. And it's way worse than anyone imagined. Grab your popcorn and your blood pressure monitor, because what we're about to show you might just break the internet. Picture this: a dimly lit hospital room, machines beeping, a woman lying weak, on a bed hooked up to IVs, monitors blinking. She's not just any patient, it's Remy Ma. And just outside that sterile room, storming down the hallway like a force of nature, is Claressa Shields. Her fists aren't gloved, but her rage, oh, it's louder than any title fight she's ever stepped into. It's 2:47 a.m. Mount Sinai's private wing. A hooded figure ducks past a distracted nurse. A cart crashes. Alarms flash briefly before being silenced. And security? They're nowhere. Because what was about to go down couldn't be stopped. Not by policies, not by professionalism, and definitely not by a front desk with a clipboard. Claressa Shields entered that room with the energy of a woman who just had everything stolen and was there to take it back. According to inside sources, Claressa had just received confirmation. Screenshots, voice notes, the whole nine. Direct proof that Papoose had been visiting Remy Ma behind closed doors, not just once, not just out of pity, but with intention, romantic, intimate, real. And Claressa? She wasn't built to stay silent. She had stood by Papoose for months while he grieved publicly. She was there through the therapy posts, the rebuilding phase, even when he cried on that BT segment. But what he didn't tell anyone was that he never truly let go of Remy. And now, with Remy weak and silent, hooked to hospital tubes, Claressa marched in with fire in her voice and betrayal in her heart. What happened next was caught entirely on a nurse's personal phone. Because let's be honest, if there's drama, someone will record it. Claressa didn't hesitate. She stepped right up to Remy's bedside, leaned over her with eyes that could kill, and shouted the words that would send the internet into a tailspin. "You stole him. He was mine. You knew what you were doing, even in this bed." Remy Ma, eyes heavy, didn't say a word. A monitor beeped rapidly. A nurse gasped. Off-screen, but Claressa kept going. "She was never out of your system, huh?" she yelled. "All them nights I sat with him, he was texting you under the covers." Now pause. Let that sink in. You're lying in a hospital bed, mid-treatment. Your ex-man's new woman is accusing you of emotional warfare while you're literally hooked to heart monitors. Viewers who saw the leaked footage said the energy was unlike anything they'd ever seen. It wasn't a physical beatdown. No, Claressa dragged Remy with her words, verbally, emotionally, spiritually. This wasn't a fight. It was an emotional exorcism. And the worst part? Remy didn't defend herself. She didn't fight back, didn't yell, didn't deny. She just stared. One nurse who witnessed it described the moment like this: "It was like watching a ghost realize it had been caught haunting the wrong house." Remy looked like she'd been waiting for this to happen, like she knew she'd have to face Claressa eventually. But why did Claressa snap now? Because apparently, what she saw that night wasn't just romantic. It was symbolic. Papoose had been at the hospital earlier. He left only an hour before Claressa's arrival. But while there, he'd done more than just hold Remy's hand. A nurse said she caught them mid-conversation. Papoose was crying. Remy reached up and touched his face, and that touch, that small wordless gesture, it was the spark. because Claressa got the footage within minutes. Someone from inside sent it. Whether to stir chaos or to warn her, nobody knows. But she saw it, lost it, and showed up. Now everyone's taking sides. Team Claressa is saying she was right to confront Remy. That loyalty matters. That you don't get to play victim when you're the villain in someone else's story. Meanwhile, justice for Remy is trending too, arguing that she didn't deserve to be ambushed in a hospital room. That no one does, no matter the drama. And Papoose? Radio silent, which only fuels the fire. His last public post was a cryptic tweet, 2 days before the incident. Some truths don't need explanations. Just wait and watch who can't handle silence. Some say it was a warning. Others think he knew Claressa was close to finding out. But either way, he hasn't denied visiting Remy. And let's not forget, this isn't the first time Remy's been accused of emotional manipulation. Flashback to 2022, when rumors swirled about her involvement with Easy the Block captain. She brushed it off then. But now, fans are digging up old interviews, eye-roll gifs, and deleted tweets like digital archaeologists uncovering a pyramid of lies. One particularly damning clip from a 2023 red carpet interview has resurfaced. In it, Remy was asked if she believed in unfinished love. Her answer? I believe in unfinished business. Love is just the excuse we use. Phew, read that again. So was this whole hospital love story business to Remy? Was she playing the long game, waiting until Claressa got comfortable before reclaiming her man? Or was this truly fate? Two people, Remy and Papoose, drawn back together during life's hardest moment. Because love can be messy. Love can be ugly. But love, as we now know, can also spark a full-blown verbal brawl in a hospital suite. As Claressa left that room, flanked by guards and still shouting, "Tell the world the truth," the nurses weren't the only ones stunned. Remy's monitor flatlined. Just for a second, but enough to send nurses rushing. Cameras were turned off. Footage disappeared. But not before one final whisper was picked up, allegedly from Remy Ma. Breathless, weak, barely audible. She was never supposed to know. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where this story really begins. She was never supposed to know. That one sentence, whispered from Remy Ma's hospital bed like a confession to the universe, sent shockwaves across every corner of social media. Statement claiming she was focused on her recovery and that private matters were being handled offline. Cute, but fans weren't buying it, especially not after Fat Joe unfollowed her. Yep, Uncle Joe, who stood by Remy since day one, quietly hit that unfollow button. Fans noticed. Fans always notice. Then Ebro posted a cryptic tweet, "Real love don't need a mic check." Subtle maybe, but the shade was undeniable. Meanwhile, Papoose stayed silent. No tweets, no reposts. Just an old photo of him and Remy from 2017 popped back up on his Instagram story. No caption, no tag, just vibes and confusion. But here's where it spirals even further. A former nurse from Mount Sinai came forward anonymously, contacting an independent gossip blog with actual security reports. The documents, dated and time-stamped, confirmed that Remy Ma's visitor list was edited 3 times that night. Guess who removed Claressa's name from the clearance sheet? Remy Ma's. New PR manager. Guess who added 50 Cent's name? Same person. Wait, what? Yep, 50 Cent entered the hospital that same evening. Cameras caught him in a hoodie, face down, flanked by 2 men in plain black. He stayed for 22 minutes, left with a sealed envelope and refused to answer questions from waiting press. So now people are asking, what was in that envelope? Was it legal paperwork? A final will? Or was it connected to a secret project? Remember that unreleased Remy Ma docuseries? The one titled Resurrection, The Queen Returns? Yeah, insiders say 50 Cent was executive producing it. And now it's on indefinite hold because the footage they captured, including Remy's hospital scenes, might now be evidence in what fans are calling the most disrespectful love triangle in hip-hop history. Meanwhile, Claressa's supporters aren't letting this die down. A trending petition titled Protect Claressa has already hit 150,000 signatures, calling for transparency from the hospital, Remy's team, and even Papoose himself. Fans want answers. Was Papoose emotionally cheating? Did Remy weaponize sympathy for personal gain? Did Claressa do the right thing or go way too far? But just when we thought the saga had hit maximum chaos, an anonymous source, one claiming to be inside. Remy's management team leaked one more twist, a screenshot. A group chat titled Bounce Back Plan, featuring Remy, her manager, and an unnamed third contact. The message? Let her come. It'll sell the story. Pause. Let her come. As in, Claressa? As in. The hospital confrontation was planned. Viewers are now speculating that Remy wanted the moment caught on camera, that she knew Claressa would show up, that she made sure someone was filming. This wasn't a woman caught off guard. This was a woman creating content in the middle of a medical emergency. Think about it. Remy's career was in a weird place. The podcast features were cool. The music drops? Inconsistent. The public had started losing interest, until now. Now she's the center of attention again. Not just for drama, but for survival, betrayal, pain, and power. And if that's true, then Claressa might have walked right into a trap, because sympathy isn't one-sided anymore. As new clips circulate of Remy wiping away silent tears during the confrontation, people are starting to say, maybe, just maybe, she didn't deserve to be dragged like that while still healing. But healing from what? Because even that is under question now. One unverified medical report claims Remy Ma was actually being evaluated for mental exhaustion, not any physical ailment, which would mean she wasn't dying, she wasn't near death, she was simply overwhelmed. And yet, she allowed a narrative to spread that she was fading fast. Even let fans believe Papoose was saying his last goodbye. Now the game changes entirely. Was Claressa the villain, or the only one brave enough to expose the script before it dropped on Netflix? And more importantly, is this even the end? Because we've just received confirmation. Claressa has scheduled a press conference. She's promised full transparency. She's bringing screenshots, DMs, and possibly even unreleased surveillance clips. She's not done, and neither are we. Claressa Shields wasn't bluffing. 2 days after the hospital brawl, she walked into her scheduled press conference, flanked by 2 lawyers, her boxing coach, and a media team with more attitude than a Grammy red carpet. Dressed in all black with gold trim, Claressa stood behind the mic, raised her chin, and did what most celebrities avoid at all costs. She brought the receipts. The press room fell silent as a large screen flickered on behind her. The first slide? A screenshot of a text from Papoose. She still owns a piece of my soul. I'm not proud, but I'm not ready to lie anymore either. Then came a video, brief but clear. Papoose leaving Remy's hospital room at 1:41 a.m., hugging her for nearly 30 seconds and kissing her hand as he whispered something inaudible. But the next clip? Straight scandal fuel. Claressa pacing a hotel room just hours before the confrontation, yelling into a phone, "Nah, I don't care if she's sick." She was never supposed to win. She was never supposed to still be in the picture. Audible, clear, damning. The room erupted, gasps, murmurs, cameras flashing, and just like that, the internet turned. Cancel Claressa began trending. Her Instagram comments flooded with snake emojis. Influencers who were defending her 2 days ago began backtracking, because this wasn't just about heartbreak anymore. This was about obsession. And the real twist? That clip wasn't secretly recorded. Remy's manager leaked it. According to a leaked email chain, Remy's team was prepared weeks ago for this drama to unfold. They had a media timeline, upload schedule, even planned podcast features to ride the wave. But what they didn't expect? Claressa to go nuclear. That level of rage, that confrontation, it derailed everything. It made Remy look weaker, victimized, vulnerable. Exactly the opposite of what she wanted for her public comeback. So now we've got 3 factions, all armed with receipts, all swinging in different directions. Claressa says she was lied to, gaslit, and publicly humiliated by a man she trusted and a woman she tried to protect. Remy Ma says she was ambushed, manipulated, and used as a punching bag during a private medical crisis. Papoose, whose silence is now being interpreted as guilt, cowardice, or both. And guess who just entered the chat? 50 Cent. Oh yes, because if there's one thing 50 can't resist, it's inserting himself into other people's mess. He took to Twitter and dropped this bomb. Y'all fighting over Pap like he dropped Get Rich or Die Tryin'. Calm down. I'm the only one with real classics. Classic 50. But the shade wasn't lost, especially not when he posted a follow-up pic of him and Remy from an old award show captioned, "She always had taste, just bad timing." The comment section, unhinged. The memes, instant. The damage, widespread. And now, legal teams are stepping in. Mount Sinai released a formal statement saying they are reviewing internal footage, reevaluating visitor security protocols, and cooperating fully with the investigation. Yes, investigation. Because Remy's lawyer has officially filed a defamation and harassment claim against Claressa. And guess what else? Clarissa's lawyer is countersuing, claiming her client was lured into a hostile, emotionally manipulative environment by a PR stunt designed to ruin her image and provoke violence. It's a full-blown legal showdown. Courtroom cameras are being requested. Netflix and Zeus Network are already in a bidding war for the documentary rights. And somewhere in the shadows, Papoose still hadn't spoken. Until now. Late last night, he finally broke his silence. A raw, unfiltered video, shot on a phone sitting in his car, hoodie up, the vibe, broken, tired, hurt. He stared into the lens and said, "I tried to do right by both of them. I failed. I failed Remy, I failed Claressa, and I failed myself." He continued. Remy wasn't supposed to die in a hospital bed with cameras pointed at her. She didn't deserve that. Claressa didn't deserve to get lied to. But I didn't know how to stop the storm, so I stood in it. And now I'm drowning in it. I love them both. I still do. And I'm sorry. That video hit 1 million views in an hour. Fans were divided. Some praised the honesty, others dragged him for emotional cowardice. But one thing was clear. This wasn't just about cheating anymore. This was about 3 lives broken by love, lies, and fame. And as the dust settles, here's what we're left with. Remy Ma is reportedly recovering at a private facility far from New York and considering releasing a memoir titled Unfinished Bars. She's also planning to relaunch her podcast with a full breakdown of her side of the story. Claressa is taking a break from boxing, but rumors say she's inked a deal with a major streaming service to tell her version of events, complete with unseen footage and journal entries. Papoose? He's gone off the grid again. No socials, no statements, just a playlist he shared before vanishing, filled with breakup ballads and heartbreak bangers. The first song, X Factor by Lauryn Hill. Of course it is. And now the world waits. Because deep down, we know. This isn't over. More clips will leak. More secrets will drop. And when they do, we'll be right here, exposing every last line. Every hidden message, every you weren't supposed to know. Because that's what we do.